No, not kale, not quinoa. Blueberries. Woo! Let's vote here. Blueberries or chocolate? Blueberries, clap. Chocolate. Yay! All right. Yesterday I drove by the world's largest candy store. Have any of you been there? It's near Jordan on 169. They've added on to that recently. The thing is the size of a Home Depot now. 100 yards of candy, floor to ceiling. Last month, this was in the news, 1 o'clock in the morning, some guy, maybe alcohol was involved, drove through the side of the building, smack into the building, middle of the building. Can you imagine if you're knocked unconscious by that accident, and you wake up a few minutes later and you look around? Clearly, I have died and gone to heaven. It'd be just the opposite if you drove through the wall of the Fox News building. Now let's deal with the elephant in the room here. I'm old. I noticed too. It just happens. Now, being old, I'm not a fan of profanity. So I like to think of myself as the fuck-free comedian. So that's the last F-bomb you're going to hear from me. My kids are in the audience. They're in their 40s, but still. So now there are advantages to being old. The first advantage is that I, unlike all of you, I can no longer get early onset dementia. It would just be dementia. The second advantage dementia. Discounts. Just senior discounts. If you're going to be old, you might as well get the discount. Last couple weeks ago, I had the idea, I'm going to save $5 and go to the state fair on Senior Citizen Day. Big mistake. Take my advice, do not go to the fair on Senior Day. There is nowhere to sit down. A friend of mine is 93. He said, you know, Bill, you really know you're getting old when you and the wife take the 4 kids out for dinner and everybody gets the senior discount. That is old. Now, the third advantage of being old is that I, unlike all of you, I can no longer get early onset dementia. Now, even though I'm old, I'm keeping up with technology. I have a smartphone, I text, I Insta, I snap, I twerk, I do it all. No, I tweet. I could twerk, but again, my kids are here, so we won't do that. All right. Now, I come from a long line of people who live to be old. True story, my grandpa was 100 years old. He's sitting on his porch one day, still living alone in his house, and a neighbor walks by and hails and greets him, asks him how he's doing. He says, "Oh, just great. Couldn't be better." "Well, it's not quite right. My left knee is just killing me, and I cannot figure out what's wrong with it." 100 years old. The neighbor gently suggests, "Well, you don't suppose it could be old age?" He said, "No, it couldn't be old age. The other knee's the same age. It don't hurt a bit." A few months later, true story, he was run out when he's walking. He got run over by a truck. Totaled the truck. He lived another year and a half. He's a tough bird. Now, in dog years, I'm only like 9 and a half. Now, my kids wanted to get a dog. And I know who can do all the work, who's going to pay all the vet bills, and I said, "No way are we getting a dog. We get a dog in this house, I am moving out." And the kids said, "We're going to miss you." So we got a dog, of course. Now, the dog is old too. And when he was about 10 years old, he started to really slow down. Could hardly make it up the stairs. Lost his appetite. And then one of my friends told me about this special senior dog food. It's called Purina Assisted Living Dog Chow or something like that. And we started feeding it to our dog. And it transformed me. He's running up the stairs. He's humping everything. I mean, it was amazing. And I have discovered that with a little milk and sugar, that doesn't taste half bad. Better muesli, that's for sure. So the dog, you know, we're going to train the dog. We're going to have the dog. I said, let's train this dog. And the dog trainer comes into our house and he says, dogs are pack animals, and it is important that you let this dog know that you are the alpha. You are in charge. Okay, fair enough. And that worked really well for things like healing and fetch and shake. But when you take that dog for a walk, and you are the one picking up its shit, that dog knows you are not the alpha. You're walking there with this bag of shit. And this dog is like, I'm in charge here, clearly. Now, I've been married for a long time, and my wife is wonderful. She's very supportive. Well, she's not here tonight, but generally she's very supportive. She's bright and compassionate and beautiful, and my friends for 31 years have been reminding me how I truly outkick my coverage. But there is one thing where I outshine my bride, and that is I have better taste than she does. She chose me. I chose her. And she says, I just can't argue with that. You get to pick out the sofa. Thanks, I'm Bill Chadwick.